Oh, we back. We are
Yep.
back. So we've had some comments from the chat here. I also agree. Are we able to turn down the carnival music now that they're inside something?
It like gets into your head like a worm and just like lays eggs in
It's
your
supposed to
brain.
be.
I know.
Yeah,
I
there you
kind of
go.
like it.
Fucking put up with it, you fucking whiny bitches.
Whoa! Wreck-It trying to get the chat on his side.
I don't give a shit what side the chat's on. They're coming down this rabbit hole
Oh, hey,
with
hang on,
our
guys,
players
real
as
quick.
well.
All right.
Um,
Well, let's. So
Speaking of which, Dave, playing Ricky Chase, has, prior to our break, moved across the room in the magic carpet ride to check for a hidden employees only door that he found a similar thing in the haunted castle, which allowed them to go on a mystical journey underground in the
Yes.
tunnels. Give me a perception check.
Well, since I know it's there, I'm gonna roll a d8. Well, I assume that it's there because I've seen it before. Come on! Get fucked!
The chance
You
they
can't
will.
find it. You're looking very
All right.
closely
That's
along
bullshit.
the wall, but you don't see any
All right.
seams.
I'm following him just because it seems like a decent idea. Since I'm seeing what he's doing, I'm gonna try to do the same thing. I'll roll.
All right, give me a perception roll.
Think I could pull off a D6 or the D8's a little bit too much since I'm pretty much just copying a high schooler. So
Go ahead and justify it however you want, man.
I mean, ideally, I'd want to justify a perfect roll, but I can't figure out a way to do that. So let's go 1d6.
Be
Get a 1.
Oh
Yes!
boy, there we go.
Oh,
you don't
Fuck.
see anything. You don't find any seams in the back wall.
Whoa.
Aw.
In fact, with a 6, you're quite certain that the back wall extends to the entire size of the building that you saw from the exterior, not leaving room for a door of any kind, or perhaps a tunnel or any such thing.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
got to be ladders somewhere.
Yeah, so maybe we have to climb out the entrance, go up the side of the building. Maybe I don't know.
Can we walk along the actual track?
So the track there's no track. Like the track
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
The whole thing
it's
about
a
it was
series
that
of towers that suspend. It's a suspended cable ride. So
Oh.
the cable, there's no it's not like a roller coaster track, for example.
Okay.
Although there is a roller coaster in the park.
Can we climb
Right.
on top of the cabling service, or is it literally just a cable ride?
It's just a cable ride,
Yeah.
and the cable is no longer there.
All right.
However,
So this.
in
Go
your
ahead.
since you're thinking, oh, maybe we could climb the cable or the cable ride. There is, as I said, in the center of the room, there are the turning wheels that help facilitate the cart passing. At that same middle point, there is a very thick steel pole that goes to the ceiling, and about 10 feet off the ground, there is another set of spinning wheels on this pole, where the cable would have threaded through to facilitate the cable dipping down into this room and then going out again. So this steel pole in the center does rise to the top, but it is a featureless steel pole. It is just it's a perhaps even mostly supporting the roof. Up on the second floor, quote unquote, of the building, there are windowed archways, sort of. You can sort of see them on the map, the picture of the Magic Carpet Ride building. Those archways open up into the interior of the building, and therefore also open out onto the exterior of it. And the steel pole perhaps passes near these archways, but as I've said, it does have machinery actively on it about halfway up, and is otherwise a featureless steel pole, which would make it perhaps impractical to attempt to.
Okay. All right. So this is looking like it's a bit of a dead end here. So I vote we step out of the magic carpet ride and head over to the one right next to it with the spinny things. I think it's the tilt-a-whirl. Because I think that should be right up to the edge the same way, and it looks like something we can actually like.
It says, wait, what number is that?
15.
15. It's right above
15.
the magic carpet ride.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, for some reason, I was looking at the ice cream shop.
So,
I wanna turn to Frank, and I'm like, you seem to know where you're going. Is it? Did you expect more to find? Did you expect to find something more in here?
No, I just saw it on the map, and you can see it from the outside. I thought it'd be tall enough, but I can't see any way up.
okay. I say, hey, I don't think we're going to be able to climb up this feature the steel pole with wheels and all that whatnot. I vote we try something else. So the tilt-a-whirl looks like it could be a good backup plan.
Or
So,
we
let's-
could use the bulldozer or the cat to just break the fence down, like we originally planned.
You guys outvoted me that last time. That's what I wanted to do.
I wanted
But-
to do that too.
All right, well, since we're already here, let's try the tilt-a-whirl. And then if that doesn't work, we can go back to the cat.
I mean,
Whoever's typing, you need to mute yourself.
Yeah. No, you hear typing floating out from the
Clickety, 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 clickety. All right, so like, hey, kids, I don't think we're gonna be getting out from here. We're gonna need to go check out the tilt-a-whirl then, eh?
No offense, Randall, but I would
I'm
rather
not
follow Frank
listening
on
to
this.
you. We're gonna be talking your. Hey, Frank. Think the tilt-a-whirl's a good bet, though. What's Frank say?
what does the Frank say?
He seems to have been becoming a little unhinged since running out of his whiskey or rum or whatever it was that he was dipping into originally. He's pinching the bridge of his nose, furrowed brow, eyes closed, palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti.
God damn it! Knew it.
But he does not seem to have any ideas at this point. He mutters something about maybe to both plans as you discuss back and forth.
All right, I grab Frank by the shoulder, like, okay, Frank, we got this, and we're gonna get out of here, Frank. You stick with me, Frank. We're gonna go do the tilt-a-whirl. I start pulling him towards the door.
I wanna
follow.
go talk to Flynn and Gunther, like as he's pulling him away, and I was like, "Are you sure that we should be following Randall? I mean, Frank is one thing, but he's a bit of a buffoon."
There's not much we can. Well, unless you have any better ideas, I'm going to follow them. And
Well,
I'm going to just leave them before he can even say anything.
Hey,
Guys,
kids,
guys.
you guys coming, kids? We hear they got the footstep thingy again. Kids,
Shit.
we should get out of here.
do you even
I'm going to-
understand half of this rambling that he's doing?
I don't.
Yep, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up now. We are going.
So,
And I'm just going to go and try and find someplace good to hide.
So you guys are moving out of the magic carpet ride back into old Arabia, and from back where the archway is and the gates were, you hear the heavy footsteps from earlier in your journey.
Where's the closest
We're gonna
employee?
try-
You
Oh
don't-
god. Oh god.
well, no, hang on. We're okay. Go to your map real quick, guys. We are. I don't know how to do the fucking circle thing. Damn.
Just hold.
Hold
Click,
quick.
click and hold.
We're like right here.
Yes.
This guy is like right here coming through the gate. So if we come, just go straight up here without going around the front, we'll be set. Like
We
we
just
should
need
be,
to
we
let's
should get there
find-
before he finds us. So like,
Yes.
hey, kids,
go.
like he's whispering the same volume as his speech because that's the kind of guy he is. Kids, we're gonna go to the tilt-a-whirl. Quick and quiet. Go.
Whatever.
So I'm like pushing Frank. I'm like pushing the kids towards the tilt-a-whirl. I'm trying to do
Frank's-
this hero thing badly.
Frank goes. He's down. He goes quickly.
Yeah, we're going.
And
I'm
I'm gonna go last, but I'm definitely gonna be going towards the tilt-a-whirl.
Anybody who attempts to make it to the tilt-a-whirl before something catches up to you or you're spotted by it has to make a speed/stealth roll
Ah,
to
damn
get
it.
to the tilt-a-whirl in
I got
time.
speed, not stealth.
Well, that's you go
You
ahead.
described
It's-
the opposite
It's
of
a
my character.
slash, not a hyphen.
So,
So
yeah.
it's either or as opposed to both.
We are
And
getting the
make-
fuck.
In
Depending
that
on the
case, I'm
roll.
gonna sort of try and find something to hide under in the place that I'm in at the moment.
Gunter.
So everyone else goes, and Ricky, you're staying in the magic carpet ride.
Well,
No.
I didn't pass, so kind
Yeah,
of
imagine-
I'm going up.
Imagine he would. Yeah, imagine he would realize he wouldn't make it.
So I'm going to say that.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that Randall, and so here's what happens. Randall, you said you wanted to go last.
Feels like it's the heroic thing you try to do.
Okay, so Ricky, you make the bolt, but you can hear by the sound that when you're about a third of the, I'm not gonna say a third, when you're about a fourth of the way there, like I'm not gonna make it, like that. You know that it occurs to your mind, Ricky, but you do have time to double back to the magic carpet ride and hide. So you do that. You double back to the magic carpet ride to hide.
Mm-hmm.
But since you wanted to wait till be last, Randall, you were behind him, and suddenly he turns around and bolts back for the magic carpet ride.
What are you- Yeah.
That causes you to pause and not know what to do. So what are you gonna do, Randall? Pausing has caused you to fail the speed
Yeah.
stealth roll to get to the
back!
magic.
First of all, now that I've... Oh, wait, so does the thing I'm here? Like, is that how
you
it
just
failed?
failed you failed the speed
Yeah,
stealth
alright, he
roll.
probably knows I'm
Nothing
there.
else has happened yet.
Okay, I'm like, get back here! I try to grab for him, pull him towards me. I mean, I'm trying to do the rescue thing. It's like my security guard job. I'm like, get back here, you! So I try to. Can I reach and grab him, or is he already too far away?
I mean, you can make like agility check or something to grab him.
Yeah. You know, he's gonna really try to save this kid, but so he won't be able to do a D10 because he's not agile at all. But
Yeah.
I think I can pull off a D8.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
I'm gonna argue that he shouldn't be
not
able to
agile
affect me like that. But that's all right.
Oh.
You can do whatever you like.
No, okay. No, if we can't, I don't know. That's what.
Make
That's
a,
what he
no,
would
you
try
make
to
a
do.
counter agility roll. I don't want to send you
Personally-
mixed messages, Dave. This, as opposed to the mental confrontation that we saltied about in Fragged Empire, this is physical.
Yeah.
Which he could, if he wants to fucking kill you in the middle of a game, he can. We'd all hate him and probably kick him out of Die Party. But
No.
I mean, yeah, I'm like trying to rescue you against your will. Like, I think you don't know.
and
what
the
you're
good
doing.
news is that he rolled a 3, or is that still your speed check? No,
That's
you
that
have
was
to
a
roll your
speed check.
check.
I just.
Well,
Ooh, all right. I
um,
did
All right, you rolled a
D4 in
4,
the
but
agility.
you get to make an opposed agility check. And you had a head start. You're a kid. You have a bonus. You have a bonus to hit
Yeah,
already.
Dave,
You have
I
a
rolled the
bonus to
lowest
roll
thing I
by
could roll
itself.
on that one on purpose.
So it's not enough to just.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do an oppose roll. He grabbed me by the sleeve or the arm or something, and I'll turn around and I'll say to Randall, "You let go of me, or I'll make sure of us that both of us don't make it."
I'm like, you're gonna get us killed.
No shit, let go of
You're
me.
Leave
gonna
the
get
group.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I suddenly forgot I was the GM.
Don't leave the group.
the
So,
group's already been left.
Yeah, I'm still
Party is
running.
splitting up. This is always the best thing to do in a horror movie.
Yeah.
all right. In that
Yeah.
case,
I'm willing to
Okay.
know this.
all
They're
right.
already dead.
Hey, where's Frank?
There's two questions. All right, he can go one of either way. I'm gonna roll a D2 to see which way he goes. Either he's gonna stick with the kid and try to get him to go with him, or he's gonna say "fuck you, die."
Which
So-
one's which?
Yeah, I'm gonna say a 1 is gonna be "fuck you, die." A 2 is he's gonna stay and try to like do the noble heroic thing. So
Okay.
I can kind of see him going either way. So all right,
Fuck you, die.
it's like yeah, like kid, you know Art, what? And he just takes off. Like that's it.
All right. So, you can definitely make it, Ricky, to the magic carpet ride. Where are you going, Randall?
I'm going to the tilt-a-whirl.
Okay. Well, you are at a huge disadvantage to make it there in time, but you can make another speed check to attempt it. I'm going to say that the difficulty for you successfully making it there in time is 7 DC as opposed to a 4.
Okay. Now, what's? Well, hang on. So, shit. I should probably. I mean, I'm gonna head there anyway. I pretty much gave up my only chance of getting there quietly when I stopped and went after the photographer kid. So we can just assume. I guess we can just go ahead and assume I fail that. So.
No, I mean, well, you can not roll if you want to, but
No, I'm gonna roll, but the only way I can beat this is by blowing a D8 or a D10. I don't want to blow my D10s yet, and I kind of don't
You
think that
shouldn't.
you should.
Yeah, like in this game, I've kind of noticed that there's no reason to hang on to your dice. If you feel like you should use them, then you should use them.
if this is the thing you want to succeed at, use a D10. It doesn't even guarantee your success anyway. It just makes it slightly more
it's
likely.
like I want to.
So even if you save it for the really thing, like the tense life or death.
I did a D8. I just botched.
That sucks.
So after Randy sort of lets go of Rick's sleeve and Rick successfully makes it back into the magic carpet ride room, Randall's like, fine, fuck it, die, kid, or whatever he said, and he turns on his heel to run back to the magic carpet ride, but his girth, his midsection had too much momentum in that turn on your heel moment, and he kept turning on his heel after he was pointed in the direction of the magic carpet ride, and he wasn't prepared for that, and he loses his balance and falls flat on his ass. So he basically does a quick pirouette and then falls on his butt in the middle of the Old Arabia. Everybody else, you made it to the Tilt-A-Whirl, including Frank.
So it's Frank, Gunter, and Flynn in one group.
Yep.
Randall on his own, and Ricky on his own.
Yep. For you guys, the sound of the footsteps is slightly far away. Randall, it's getting very close. The same for you, Ricky. This whole exchange, as I said, occurred 1/4 of the way to the Tilt-A-Whirl. So it's very close to you, Ricky, even though... by the way, are you attempting to hide somewhere in the magic carpet ride?
Yeah, I mean, is there any obvious hiding spots?
So...
You probably wouldn't want to go to an obvious hiding spot.
Yeah.
Well, it's a robot.
So there's several potential hiding spots for you, Ricky. As I said earlier, the sort of sky boxes, the magic carpets, are stacked in the corner.
Yeah.
Now they're all sort of rusty metal boxes with decaying fabric tied to them. So I hope your tetanus shot is up to date. The other possibility, which isn't nearly as concealed but might potentially work, is the wooden floor dips into the track where the magic carpets would come down.
Is that like is it like underneath this? Because I imagine it's like on a flat sort of stage. Is it like underneath the stage that I can get to?
You might be able to get underneath the floor from that dip in the track.
All right, I'll try go there. That's what I'll aim for.
So there would actually be a roll involved for finding your way underneath the floor.
It's a 5. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, you find a gap, perhaps created by the passage of time.
Sure. I'll hide down there, and I'm also going to set my camera to not have a flash.
Okay. So actually, once you're down here, you can actually see that there are... once you're down here, the light streams in from outside. You now see several entrances and exits to this underneath the floorboards sort of place. I mean, you're on your belly, you're prone, crawling around. But there is, for example, an opening that leads out into the Old Arabia proper, where you saw the camel, and where this thing is walking around, so you could perhaps even spy on it if you were so inclined.
That's what I want to do.
on it.
I want to see what this thing is, maybe even take a photograph of it.
Okay, well,
Oh boy.
so, now we get to the business of Randall being flat on his ass, as this thumping is ever closer.
Yeah, he's gonna balls out heading to Tilt-A-Whirl.
So after you fall on your flat on your ass, you're gonna stand up and try and make it.
I think at this point I can kind of give up on the stealth. I'm just going full tilt for tilt-a-whirl.
So you after you fall on your ass.
Yep, I stand up and I run. I run as fast as my chunky little body can carry me.
That's
Well,
funny.
as you stand up, do you look at the thing? Because it's like right next to you at this point.
I mean,
Or do you just
I've
run?
probably been watching it the whole time when I'm trying to get up. So yeah, I take a look, but I'm not
So you've
like
been
gonna be,
watching
like,
it this whole
inspecting
time.
it. I mean, there's a giant thingy thudding its way towards me. I'm not gonna not look at it.
do you use your flash? Well, so here's the thing. This is again still in the part of Old Arabia that has its missing light,
Okay.
and so is not lit automatically. Do you illuminate
Gotcha.
it with your flashlight, or do you just?
Yeah, I check when I'm getting up. I'm holding the flashlight just so I know where it is, so I can see it. And then once I'm on my feet, I'm gonna turn the flashlight away and then just take off, trying to keep the flashlight in front of me. But I would kind of like to see what he is. Or
You
she.
illuminate the hulking figure approaching you. It is easily 7 feet tall from the ground to full height. However, about a foot and a half of that height is made up of a goofy and ridiculous fez-wearing camel's head.
Nice.
It's got a ridiculous grin with a big fake plush felt tongue coming out of it, and a shit-eating grin. It wears a fez, and it's even got a little pipe coming out of another part of the mouth, also clearly fake. This is apparently some sort of camel caricature. However, following the camel's head to the neck, it abruptly is no longer a camel. There is the tatters of a black cape around the neck, and then from below that, it is a sort of grim, dark suit. Sort of over the top, evil tuxedo-looking thing. And is humanoid with green, sort of long fingernailed and bony hands, which appear to be some sort of fake rubber of some kind, and ends in some striped pants with sort of spats for shoes.
Okay.
And it does not look healthy, and it's lumbering towards you. It looks very rigid and fixed as it moves.
Yeah. All right. I give a manly shout of, "Oh Jesus, get your!" and I just take off running the other way. I'm not gonna stay for this 7 foot tall monster thing. I'm not. Like
honestly,
he has the two neurons in his brain rubbed together for warmth, and there's one spark of a thought that says, "Don't fight this thing." So I'm going right for the. I'm just tearing off for the tilt-a-whirl. I'm screaming, "Run, run, run! Get the fuck out!"
Well, I guess I'll give you another chance to roll to get away. He's right. I mean, he's right on you when you fall on your ass.
This is probably the D10 moment, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's definitely the D10.
What I'm just going to say, I think I zoned out during part of the description, and I just think that makes it even worse for me because I don't know everything now.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
All
I
right.
mean, your character should
No.
know anyway.
Oh,
I know
damn.
the character does.
All right.
The character doesn't, so he doesn't care yet. But I.
You're heading for the tilt-a-whirl, Randall?
Yeah, I just rolled a 6 to take off, run, and get away.
So his hands are outstretched in an almost Frankensteinian way towards you. And you just barely manage to heft yourself up on your knees. And his strange hands brush against the flat of your back. And then you take off Roadrunner style with a trail of smoke behind you.
By the way, am I in a position to see any of this, or like, because you did say I'd be
Now,
able to...
you don't get to that position until Randall's already running away.
Sure.
Which means that the figure is no longer illuminated. When you get to your little hole to view it, which you can do, all you see is a 7 foot tall shadow silhouette with a strangely shaped head.
So
Oh.
here's what I want to do, and I'm not sure if you're going to let me get away with this, but I want to overexpose by increasing the white light on the exposure of the camera and take a photo without using the flash.
I don't know if science works that way.
No, you can increase the exposure of a camera without using a flash pretty easily.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But the question
Okay,
is,
but
question here is whether or not that actually does what you want it to do.
So so basically
is
the
this
way
a
that I
digital
would
camera?
yes,
Did
it
we
is.
say
It's a
this was a digital
DSLR.
camera?
Yeah. Yep. So basically, as a photography student or someone who's an avid, has an avid interest in it, I would assume that. I mean, if I'm taking my knowledge of cameras.
I'm not questioning your capacity to attempt what you're doing. I question its ability to work on a digital camera and actually work.
Well,
Your character would be utterly able to attempt it if it is attemptable in the first place.
It is,
Well,
yeah. That's how you take photos at nighttime, basically.
No, not. But here's the thing: that doesn't do what you think it does. I'm coming from somebody who uses cameras a lot. I'm just not a lot. Well, I used to use it a decent amount, but I'm just gonna say that's not what you're trying to do. Won't work.
Coming from a high school student who doesn't know his ass from his left hand, I gotta say that sounds like a great idea, and I think it works.
I'm coming from somebody from high school student or I guess college now, who actually did use cameras and I don't think personally I don't think that's actually physically possible.
Well, it's
I'm getting things either way.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm really convinced.
So I've given ample time for both people to make their cases, and I've heard reasonable arguments that it could work and could not work. So I'm going to bring it down to a roll for myself. I'm going to roll a 1d2 to see if it is technically possible to do what you're trying to do. Dave, before I roll it, since you are the one making the roll, well, I'll let you do it this way.
Okay.
I can either make it a public roll where you call ahead of time, or I can make it a secret GM roll where you call afterwards, whether or not it's a 1 or 2.
Okay, I'm gonna say 2 and make it public.
So make it public. All right, yeah, okay. So here it
Let's
goes.
see. Can Dave master science? Ooh.
It's technically possible for you to do what you're doing. This will scientifically work.
Giggity.
I wish the real world worked like that.
Yeah.
Not the way we botch. Holy shit.
So we're just going to say that the physics worked in a different way here for some weird reason.
Well, I mean,
Well, Jacob, I can't say with any veracity that you are scientifically, technically correct.
I know.
So I can only. This can technically work. However, now we have to do another roll with your dice pools to see how well it works, to see how much you see and make out from the actual attempt. I'd be quite disappointed if this.
Oh, come on!
Well,
yeah!
Okay then. I think he succeeds. I think he can see details that were not there before.
Everything that I described to Randall.
Plus, I see the ghost
more.
controlling it.
And more.